Wait, hey everybody, we are live in living color. Welcome to another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling, where I have a little help from my friends, where here we discuss the highs and lows of reselling and dive into great conversation. We are positive that you're going to hear something that is going to help you become a better reseller. Welcome in, everybody.
I'm your host, Kristin.
I am your host, Kristin, a rural squirrel, and I'm joined by my good friends, Ray, Nashville Flipper, Joe from I'd Flip That, and Brendan from Big Time Flips. Woo!
All right.
Joining me today on my podcast.
There you go. So Kristin, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So we wanted to have you on, and I know that we wanted to have you and Angie both on. So maybe Angie could, if she happens to pop in, we'll include her in here as well. Okay. But the real question number one before we get started out of anything, will the Let's Do Lunch podcast ever come back? Dun, dun, dun.
That's a really great question. We've had a lot of people ask us that question. I think that I would never say never. And we've kind of talked about it here and there. But I think that right now, the places that we are in our lives, we can't do it. We just don't have the capacity to do it right now. Angie's got some stuff going on in her life. A lot of people know that I had a lot of stuff going on in my life. So I just I couldn't at the time. And now I think, with the way life happens, sometimes you just have to prioritize. And that, while it was so much fun, it was hard to schedule it when there were so many other balls in the air that we couldn't get it all to work out. So we had to let something go. So,
but never say never.
Yeah. We couldn't let our job be second choice to Let's Do Lunch, but we had to take care of family stuff too. So
exactly, which is important. First
priority.
Thing, priority number one. But guys, I'm joined here with my other co-hosts. We have Joe with I Flip That, and Brendan with Big Time Flips with the tank top. Kristin,
tank top.
This is becoming a thing, so we have to guess what color flip flops is Brendan wearing.
Oh. I've only ever seen him wear
you ain't gotta guess
black, gray, or blue flip-flops. They're dark colored. I'll guarantee you they're not pink, red, or white.
I wish I had white. They used to make white. They don't make them anymore.
Oh, so you wear like a specific kind, Brendan?
No, they just come from Old Navy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The $2.99 Old Navy flip-flops, right?
Yeah. Well, I got these on clearance for $1.99. There's a blue fade.
Blue. Ooh, royal blue.
Yeah. So I just got these last week. So
fresh.
Yes.
Fresh. No, what kind of flip-flops you got on, Joe?
I just have shoes.
I want to see your shoes.
I'm not ready. They are Brooks shoes, some really nice Brooks shoes.
GTS?
I don't know.
Ghost?
All I know is they're comfortable shoes.
You probably wear the Ghost. Or the Adrenaline.
Are those expensive shoes?
You've got fancy shoes, Ray. Let's see your fancy shoes. Usually you've got some collector series. Oh,
this is my feet. I was wearing Birkenstocks earlier, but
there you go. Is those slippers? You have slippers?
I got on slippers. These are my slippers that I wear when I'm out in the nut hut.
Oh, okay.
The nut hut.
The nut hut.
I was wearing these the other day. So these are a pair of New Balance 990 V3s. So they're on V3 right now. These are like my new favorite shoes. And they started doing collabs now. This isn't a collab. But if you see these around, pick them up, especially the ones that say made in the USA.
Yeah, I see those at Nordstrom Rack. They have those.
Yeah. 990 V3s.
Brooklyn Glycerin 21s.
Ooh. The glycerin. Okay.
Yeah.
All black.
Oh, yeah. All black.
Okay.
Always all black?
Joe, all black.
Yeah, usually. Yes.
I don't wear shoes unless I have to. Until you start getting cold, that's when I start wearing shoes.
Well, what happened when you went to the bins in Jacksonville? Because they require closed-toe shoes.
I've never been to the ones in Jacksonville.
Oh, I thought you stopped there when you came down to the St. Louis meetup.
No, you tried to talk me into it, and I was like, it's so out of my way. And I was like, I wanted to, but I was like, I'll get home at like 4 a.m. and so I didn't.
Yeah.
Do they require closed-toe shoes?
It's the only one I've ever been to that requires closed-toed shoes. And if you don't have them, they're like, just go see if you can find some over in the shoe bins. And then,
ew, that's so gross.
That's what they do.
Absolutely not.
Or you
so
can
what?
go
They got like a bouncer in the front of the.
As well over there in that other bin.
So they have like a bouncer checking shoes.
Kind of. I mean, when you go to any retail establishment of any kind, there's somebody that usually greets you and says, "Hey, welcome in." And then
you wearing any shoes today, ma'am?
Yeah, they size you up. They see whether or not you're.
What if I would just put
shoes or whatever?
What if I just put gloves over my feet? Think that would work?
I think no, because I've worn socks with my sandals. I know how much you love that, Joe. But I wore socks with my sandals, and they were like, "Yeah, no, it doesn't count."
Huh?
The ones with the toesies or just regular?
No, I wear I wear my Birkenstocks with fun socks.
I like wearing my Birks with socks too.
Yeah, I wear them all the time. That's if I were to go anywhere, that's my preference is to wear socks with my Birkenstocks.
I can't do socks with the flip flops or none of that. I can't do it.
No.
Well, you got the thongs.
Yeah, but it's like if you're gonna wear socks with flip flops, just wear shoes. That's my thing.
They are shoes.
yeah.
I like the Birks just because of the support that they have. And then they mold to your feet after a while. So it's like the perfect shoe, the cork in them and stuff. I want to get the ones where they actually have the closed toed. What are those called? The Birkenstocks. They look like potatoes.
The clogs?
Yeah. I want to get some of those.
Yeah. Mr. Squirrel just got some of those too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've had my Birkenstocks since 1992.
The same ones?
Same ones?
Same ones. I've had them resold. Same ones.
Oh, I was fixing to say because mine are like there's like a part where they're wearing out, and I probably have to get some new ones.
Oh yeah, they'll fix them for you.
Who?
Just like the shoe people. I took mine to a guy in Boulder that just fixed them, but like a
cobbler.
Yeah, like a cobbler. Don't you have? If you're a reseller, you need to have like a seamstress, a cobbler, a dry cleaner that you're friends with, so that you go to frequently. I had a dry cleaner that shoes for me all the time, and he would give me discounts because I brought so much to him.
Huh?
Have you guys ever sourced that dry cleaner? Like people like leave their stuff behind.
Really?
Yeah.
Really good idea.
Yeah, like I've heard of people
doing that, Brendan.
No, but I've heard of people doing that. Like people that never come and get their stuff, and then they just want to like the bill paid. So like it's like if you pay the bill, you can take the stuff.
Oh wow, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
You should do that.
I have worked with a friend of mine worked at a hotel. So sometimes they got like a lot of stuff left over. They had it lost and found, and they have to keep it for like 30 days or something. Mm-hmm. You and I both know that anytime you've ever lost anything at a hotel, you call immediately. They're like, "Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. We've lost it. We don't do anything like that here." So they but you can get their lost and found, and they'll give it to you a lot of times.
I called when I went to the meetup in Cincinnati last year. I lost a hoodie, and then like I noticed within like 2 hours, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's gone. We don't know where it's at." I'm like, "I just had it. It's got to be around somewhere." Nope, can't find it.
Yeah.
So Go ahead, Kristin.
No, it's not important. Go ahead. You've got more important things and fun.
No. Well, it's on. We're talking about the same subject, so this kind of sparked my mind, my interest. In Nashville, there's a Unclaimed Baggage store, like place, where you can go and buy get all the unclaimed baggage.
Have you done that?
I haven't, and I just forgot about it until you said something.
Can you order them, or do you have to go there and buy it?
I think you have to go and buy it. So it's not just like luggage, but it's like the stuff inside of the luggage.
Oh, the stuff inside. I know there's one of those like in Orlando.
Yeah, so it's like a thrift store where it's like just stuff that you would find in the like people lose their luggage.
You don't buy the luggage. You don't buy the suitcase and just roll the dice, see what you get.
See like all
That would be fun.
these skis and all this stuff.
Wow.
That's what I was
Bring your
thinking.
skis like that to Nashville.
Well, people probably are like leaving to go to like I don't know,
Oh.
go skiing and stuff like that.
Or coming home. I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or it gets in transition into, maybe they're not from Nashville, but
I see.
this will be a great. I don't know why I haven't gone because it's not far.
Right. You need to next Nashville meetup. That needs to be one of the places that we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Like, look at this.
Yeah. So I've heard that the one in Orlando is really good and it's same premise, but a lot of people that go like Disney, so they have tons of Disney stuff, and because it's Disney, it's a lot of international travelers, so there's a lot of really cool, unique stuff that we can't get here.
Oh, that's
I would
awesome.
really like to try that one too. I set this up, Ray. We want to go.
Okay, I'll get it. I'm still debating. I know that Joe had mentioned that the Boss Reseller Remix is doing theirs in the spring. So I really need to find out what day that is because I don't want to do it like around the same time.
They probably won't announce it till like the fall, probably.
Yeah.
Like around there.
They're really nice people. I think you guys would get along great, and you should just call them and say, "Hey,
What's the deal?"
What's the skinny? Tell me what's going on.
Either way, I think this year I'm going to go to Boss.
Oh, good.
Especially if Joe's going.
You've never been, right?
I've never
I don't know
been.
if we're going. I doubt.
Oh, I'm not going then. If Joe's not going,
I doubt we're going. We've kind of talked about it.
Oh,
Like,
I'm definitely not going then.
I know Kristin's
Is
going.
Brendan going?
I don't know yet, man. I'm thinking.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know.
I'm totally going.
Are you going for realsies?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go. It's just
I've never been to
such a
Las Vegas.
charge of energy whenever you go to a lot of meetups, but that one specifically, you just are like, yes, I do this for a reason because these people are so much fun and I'm so much fun. So this it just makes me want to, hang on until I can go to the thing again.
Nicole's more excited to maybe go to that Nashville meetup. Have you heard of that one?
Speaking of this, I just put out that reel, sparked my mind. Brendan and both Kristin, bull enthusiasts, bull rider extraordinaires.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
I didn't think that place was going to be the Eager Beaver or the Angry Beaver. I can't remember what it was called.
Thirsty Beaver, I think.
Thirsty Beaver?
I think something like that, yeah.
I didn't think that place was going to be as packed as it was.
Well, it was a Saturday night, though.
Yeah, that's true. But still, I mean, I haven't been down to Broadway. Shoot, I couldn't tell you in months since you guys
that place, Broadway in general. Wow, it was next level. I mean, we've been on Fremont Street, guys, right?
Yeah.
I would say equivalent, or maybe even just a notch above. It's nuts.
Just Fremont's longer. That's it.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. I mean, the last
Fremont
time
has a lot of freak show spots too. So
freak shows.
Yeah, there's some freak shows there.
I mean, the last time I was there, like Ernest Tubbs still had a shop, and everybody just like casually walked downtown in normal clothes. They weren't like partying and stuff. I mean, it was
all the Instagram girls stopping and taking their little Instagram photos.
Yeah, the bouncers called them the Woohoo Girls.
The Woohoo Girls.
Yeah.
We're gonna be down there next Saturday. My wife's birthday's on Wednesday, so we're probably gonna go to dinner somewhere down there. We went to last year.
Tomorrow, Wednesday?
No, as in next week, the 7th.
Next week, I see.
Yeah, the 7th. Justin Timberlake's restaurant's down there, and we had it last year, and it was really good.
Okay.
So we're probably gonna do that, and then on Saturday, we're gonna see Chris Stapleton at the Bridgestone Arena.
That'll be good.
So that's gonna be super fun. So we're really excited to see that because we haven't gotten to see Chris Stapleton before, so that's gonna be fun.
I would bet you have the best access to concerts living in Nashville.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so jealous of that. That would be so
For
fun
sure.
to do that all the time.
CMA Fest I mean, it's the weekend worth of just concerts in the summertime, the beginning of summer.
We went to go see. Remember when the Nashville Star was a TV show, kind of like American Idol? So we went to that the year that. Who was the girl that married? I can't remember. The blonde girl that married Blake Shelton. Wasn't she in it? Miranda Lambert, was she in it?
She was. Nashville Star Performance. Was she in the show? Yeah, she was.
That we were there the year that she was in it.
She was in the show?
I feel like it.
It looks like she was. Yeah.
Wow. Well, then it was some other it was some other young, adorable
yeah. There she is.
Well, we were there the day that she was there.
That's cool.
So yeah,
that 5 country artists who got their start on Nashville Star. Let's see. Who is this?
So they don't do that show anymore?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't want to subscribe. Chris Young, Miranda Lambert, Casey Musgraves, my favorite.
Really?
Buddy Jewell, Whitney Duncan.
I don't know that one.
That's it. Yeah, that's cool. Good little info there.
It was a lot of fun.
When was that?
I don't know.
That long ago?
I don't know. My kids were little, and I remember like they wore Miss Me jeans because that was like the rage. So they didn't have those. So I found some on like Craigslist or something when that was a thing, and got them for them so that they could wear them to the show. And I wore a cowboy hat, and I was like the only one wearing a cowboy hat. The only one.
You got to own it. When you wear a cowboy hat, you have to just own the cowboy hat. It's just the thing.
Yeah. I'm not a hat person. I've got this ponytail up there, so I can't wear a hat with my ponytail, and I don't like.
Well, you
my
can
hair
put your
down.
hair down, Kristen. That's an option.
It's hot, so
gotcha.
Just put your ponytail in the hat.
Forget how tall you are. Heat rises.
Yeah. Sometimes I wear. I got a lot of hair. Sometimes I wear braids with a hat, but then when I do that, people are like, "Who are you?" Because they're not used to it. Because I wear it like this all the time.
Joe wears braids too.
I do.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson braids.
Tucked way in the back.
Yeah. So, guys, real quick for the people that are listening, I know this will be while you're listening to this will be our 4th episode of the new revamped This Week in Reselling. So, do us a favor. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, drop a comment because we want to do a comment of the week going forward. So we need some comments in the chat, some discussion questions, if you will. So, but I do want to touch on this because this is kind of something that was brought up within the last week. Joe's Rabbit from Hell. Joey. Look at this as Joe props up this. What is the face made out of, Joe?
It's that rubber.
Is it
face.
rubber?
Oh, is it a Rushkin? Rushkin?
There is no tag on it whatsoever.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you describe it to the people, Joe, that are listening to it audibly?
I don't even know if I'd let my dog chew on this thing for how dirty and nasty this thing is. But I found it at the estate sale I went to on Saturday, and it was $15. And I'm like, okay, I know this is probably worth way more than that. And people are selling these for about $80 to $100.
Yeah.
Best part was, I know I can scare my daughter and Nicole with this thing.
You're scaring me right now.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think it's scary. It's happy.
But when you when I set it in the bathroom and the lights turned off and you flip the light on and that's what you see, my daughter screamed. So then Nicole was gone last weekend for a book club, girls cabin thing. She gets home. We have lunch.
Oh yeah, time out. Can we sidebar on that?
Sidebar.
Nicole's book club. We get videos, Marco Polo videos. She's like on a boat. What book club?
On a pontoon, yeah.
What book are they reading? They're like on a excursion down
Titanic.
The Michigan River, Lake Michigan.
So they were. The town was called Battle Lake, and one of the ladies that's in the book club has a cabin up there, and actually the book they read or listened to was based in that town. So they went there and got to see the cool buildings and whatever.
Like
that
immersed themselves in this book.
Yes.
Wow.
And then they had their little,
I'm telling you, Brendan, we
together.
brought this up last week. Joe's like low-key rich.
That's what I'm saying, man. And remember when we were saying how connected he is in the streets? He knows everybody.
Yeah,
knows
he's
everybody.
low-key. He's low-key rich.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. The
We know.
pool,
You don't got to hide anymore, man. You don't have to hide.
the cabins.
I guess
the
not. Right? I
vacations.
don't have to. Right. So she went
The
up to
art
that.
on the wall. Only
Yeah.
rich people have art on the wall. Look at Brendan. He's in some sort of like
He's in a prison penitentiary.
yeah, he's like in a cell
An
cell
artless
Seems like
room.
we should have a phone and we're like talking between the glass. Yeah, I miss you out in the free world, Brendan.
I'm actually I'm actually in solitary confinement.
Yeah, D block.
halfway house or something. I'm not sure.
Even the couch that Joe's sitting on is imported from Italy.
Yeah.
Same.
I bet the couch has a cooler somewhere in it, doesn't it?
Right?
I know.
While he's sipping on
No?
his Perrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
right.
this.
Yeah, I just put it here so you guys can't,
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. I like how you're so thoughtful, though, to make sure that we don't feel any type of way about how privileged you are. So
Yeah.
I think that's nice of you.
Well, next week I will be in a floaty in my pool then, make you guys feel even more comfortable that, hey, we're just normal people just like you guys.
That's right. Sipping
Just
my
like
guys.
us peasants.
Joe
Brendan.
has an Olympic-sized pool. He didn't tell you that. Not a regular pool.
And he has a lake. Don't you have a lake in your backyard?
Yeah.
A pond.
I mean,
yeah.
He's like,
see?
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
According to a friend of ours from California, this pond is considered a lake.
Oh.
He came over like 10 years ago or whatever, married to Nicole's best friend, and he looks out and he's like, wow, you guys have a lake too? And we're like, that's just considered a pond. But in California, that's considered a lake, I guess.
Mm. It's a lot
It
of
depends on
water.
where you're from.
Just name it Lake Joe.
Yeah. Does the lake have a name?
Well, I mean, it's
Or the
not
pond?
really a lake, but we can name it a lake now or something.
The pond?
Yeah, might as
You
well.
can name it the pond.
You should do that. Name it and get it registered.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like those stars
Yeah,
that people
Google
scam
Maps.
I was
people.
just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Well, in Minnesota,
for-
there's like land of 1,000 lakes. So they're all named, aren't they? You get to name your own.
There's like 30,000 or more lakes. So, I mean, why not?
Wow.
Right?
Isn't that what Minnesota stands for? And like, isn't
No,
that
it
what
means-
Minnesota means?
No, it means tiny beverages.
Yes.
Does it really? I feel like it's made up.
Minnesota.
Oh my god.
Come on, Brandon.
Ba-da-bum-bum.
Oh wow.
No, but it isn't like Native American for like a lot of lakes or something like that. I don't know. So
I don't know.
sorry for the sidebar. Let's get back to your rabbit from hell.
Nick, so I know she's on her way home. I put him back in the bathroom again, and my daughter's already laughing, knowing what's going to happen. She comes home, we eat. I forgot all about it. She goes to the bathroom. She turns the light, and she's like, screams, and she's like, "What the hell is this?" And she is swearing like a sailor in that bathroom. She left it in there. She didn't even throw it out. She's like,
She just turned around and walked away, didn't she?
she's like, it just keeps staring at me. It's just staring at me. It just
Look at
everywhere
this
I
thing.
move, it just looks at me. And yeah, it's
Do you guys
Terrifying.
watch those TikToks where it's just a bunch of people getting scared over and over? I
Oh,
love
Yeah.
watching people get. You should do like a whole series of scaring like all kinds of people with that thing. Everybody you know, you should scare with that thing.
so then after it's done, she's like, well, it does kind of match my bathroom, which she has pink walls and orange. I mean, you guys saw the Marco Polo that I sent. I'm like, because she's like, yeah, but I'm like, she's like, but it's not saying that. But I have done that where I had a giant gorilla suit that I picked up at a garage sale.
Of course you do.
Stuffed it.
You find the weirdest things.
Yeah,
You
you
do find the weirdest
You
thing.
do.
So I stuffed it, put it behind the shower,
Dude, that's
closed
messed
the
up.
curtain.
Mhm.
But I'm like, how am I going to convince her to open the thing? So I set a banana on the bathtub because, like, what would there be a banana for? And she was like, "What the hell?" Opens it, just
You got Donkey Kong in your shower.
Mhm.
You should have done like. Have you guys ever seen those pranks where like people get those giant teddy bears and then they climb inside of them and then like
Oh, yeah.
they sit there and then like it looks like a stuffed animal and then they grab them or whatever. You should have done something like that.
I had a few of those when we did the commercial for Don Lady Arbitrage for our game show, and I thought about doing that, but it was a smaller bear. It wouldn't have worked.
Oh,
So,
okay.
You need an XL bear. Dude, that would be the worst. If anybody could give me a worse gift, would be a giant teddy bear. Like, what am I gonna do with it? Right?
Dude, next meetup in Nashville, I'm bringing you one like a giant.
No, don't ever do it. Then it takes up so much room
for the meetup.
Can you wear the gorilla costume? Did it fit you? Is that why you stuffed it? Because it didn't fit?
No, it fit me.
Oh,
but
okay.
I think I had to go to work or something. I don't know what I did. Yeah, because I was like, all right, well, we'll just leave that sit in the bathroom all night or whatever.
You should have put a scanning camera in there. Hey, sometimes I find little spy cameras. I'll send you one, Joe, and you can just prank people.
Right.
Joe, I was gonna say if you need to wash that rabbit, just put it in a pillowcase with a rubber band and throw it in the washer, and then it'll be fine.
Even with that rubber face, though?
Yeah, I don't think it will come off.
So, I mean, I heard.
But wouldn't it get heat up and then the color will come off?
Stains and
not if it's in the pillowcase. That's how I wash all my plush.
So when I listed, I'm gonna do Easter Bunny, Halloween, horror. You know, somebody will want that thing.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you right now, it'll sell on Etsy. I'm telling you.
Oh, I know. I saw you sold that red phone.
I did.
Tell us about the red phone. Is that the red phone that the presidents?
I wish.
Use?
When I was younger, I used to think that because my dad used to take me to this restaurant and they had this red phone for like international calls. And he's like, and I always wanted to pick it up and play with it. He's like, no, you can't because that goes right to the White House. So I like never touched it. But I always wanted one of those red phones. Anyway, I found that at the bins and there wasn't any on eBay and like five sold. So I put it on there and cross-listed with Vandu. And
was it a push button phone or a rotary?
No, it was a rotary phone.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and I sold it the next day for $100. So, because those I mean, you can find them. Like I put in my reel. Like the most common ones are like tan or black or whatever, but like the green ones, red ones, they got yellow ones too. Those are the ones that sell for money.
What are they? What is it? Is it just plastic?
It's just like it's like a metal casing, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like what are they make the pool balls and some dice. What is that?
Bakelite?
Yeah. Do they make phones like with that?
I don't know. The one that he had is probably not Bakelite because it's it's like a heavier resin or something. I don't know.
But that's
I don't think so.
Is that your best sale this week?
What's that?
Was that your best sale this week?
So far, I sold that on Sunday, I think.
That's nice.
So, so far this week, that's my best sale.
Good for you. I like that.
Joe, back to your this estate sale where you picked up this rabbit from hell.
Yep.
What else did you pick up in this estate
vessel?
sale? Because you didn't you drop some serious cash at this estate sale?
I spent about $186 there. I spent $100 on a guitar that my boy Ray
the guitar
checked into with his buddy and says it's probably worth maybe $1,000. I don't think it's $2,000, but so I got it listed for $999. Brendan, when you want to buy it, let me know.
Ah, man, if you can hold it for me until like December, that'd be great.
For your birthday?
Yeah, no, I wish. My birthday is every day.
Hey, there you go. It's like a newborn baby every day. So, Kristin, I don't know if I told you. I don't think I've told Brendan, but my best friend, her father used to work for Gibson because they make Gibson guitars here in Nashville.
Oh yeah.
And so he got like really high up into where he started working for a guitar store here in Nashville. Appointment only. They only sell like top of the line guitars, and celebrities go there and buy all the guitars and stuff. So I told Joe, send me the pictures. I'll shoot it over to him. And he told me everything that I needed to know about the guitar.
That's so
like
cool.
This guy would take trips to like Mexico to find like the wood to make guitars.
Wow.
Wow.
Like negotiate with the with I guess the lumber yard, like the harvesters and stuff like that, like the guitar makers. But yeah, apparently what Joey was like a really fancy rockabilly type of guitar.
Yeah, and that's what I need to change that, put that in the title somehow. But I don't have enough room to describe everything else about that guitar. So, but I look at that model number, and there's just nothing that says anything about that model number. So that's why I'm like, okay, let's hear from.
I wonder if there's got to be probably here like guitar. I wouldn't say conventions or
shops, yeah.
Yeah, something like that, to where
like a Play It Again Sports for
for guitars. That's not like a pawn shop or something like that.
Yeah, if there's a guitar store like half hour away, I could maybe try and bring it over.
Isn't that cool though, the power of community? That, I mean, Joe's got all this information now because of you, because of somebody, like 6 degrees of separation with reselling.
I mean, Joe's wealth also plays into that too.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, it really does.
But I was gonna say, you didn't try to. I don't know if you have like Worth Point. You didn't try to look it up on there, like.
I can't afford Worth Point.
Well, I mean, like if you've never had it,
he probably owns.
He probably no. But if you've never tried it, you get like you get 5 like free lookups or whatever. Then you have to pay if you've never tried it. So
what is this is good information for the people that don't know. I keep saying 310 point, but it's like, isn't it 130 point where you can, it's a website to where you can Google it. You can look up something that you're looking for on eBay on let me start over. I'm like fumbling over my words here. On eBay, when you look at solds and they take best offer, you can go like 130 point and it tells you what the best offer that they took is. You guys ever use that?
No, I've never used it. I've never heard of that.
Really?
I feel I've heard of it, but I don't know where I would even find it.
I just know that whenever you look it up and you sort it highest to lowest or lowest to highest, whatever, and it shows that something was given they accepted a best offer. So like, let's say that it says they had it listed at 150, but it's low down on the list, because that means that they accepted an offer less than this one that sold for 30. So
do you think that's how it works? Is that do you know?
I just assumed when I sorted it from highest to lowest
that makes sense. That does make sense.
It knows what the price was. So
I thought that when you looked it up on Therapy, it showed you the best offer they took. Like,
does it?
I thought it did.
I never use that.
You don't? I use that all the time. I use it all the time.
All right. Yeah. So for example, let's do this. Let me I just pulled up the website, and I'll show you what the website looks like. So it's 130point.com, and the website is not great. And, this is what it looks like, right? 130 point, and you type in, just paste. In this case, I just put in Charizard Gold Star, and it'll look it up. And this is the eBay sold. So this is the first thing that sold, best offer accepted, 420 best offer accepted. And then, so this is it, and they accepted $400 instead of the 420.
Right.
Which I'm gonna test your theory here, Kristin. Highest to lowest.
10,600 for a card.
Let's see here. So that would probably be all the way to the bottom, right? It's like 420. Well, that's not gonna. Anyways, but yeah. What is it? What's the website called again? 130point.com. If you want to look up best offer accepted, go over there. It's absolutely 100% free. So
I've never heard of that till right now.
Yeah.
Good information.
And you can look up anything.
We're positive that you're going to learn something new.
I told see. we're not
a better reseller.
We don't just have gorilla jokes and mini soda jokes.
No false promises here.
That's right. That's right, Kristin. So speaking of Plush, I know that our girl Kristin has been doing live from the bin shows selling Plush.
Yeah. This is new territory for me, though.
This is new territory. I think it's great. because I want to do it, and
Yeah, no, it's been
you're
fun.
my guinea pig.
Ah, cool. I'm your beta test. That's awesome. So I don't normally sell plush. If I see it at the bins like before, if I knew that it was like a Hello Kitty with a tan on it, then I knew to buy it, but I don't sell plush. So the bins
Hello
that
Kitty with the tan.
yeah, that Ginger Marvin found that one Hello Kitty that's like it's not bright white, it's got like a tan to it, and those sell for a whole bunch more.
No.
So okay, well,
I'm not gonna look it up.
sometimes you see other
I'm looking
people
it up right
post, this plush is worth like like Joe's crazy spirit vessel bunny. That thing is worth more than just like a $2 or $3 bunny. So
Correct.
Right.
I would pick up those kind, but I never have been a plush person, and I don't have a lot of it at my house. So this is completely new territory for me. I have been going to this bins location that separates their shoes and their wares and their linens from their cloth, and they do great at separating, except for their glass. If you're listening, guys, separate your glass, would you? That would be awesome. But they have all of their plush lined up along the backs, like one whole wall. So all I have to do is like go along the wall and dig and like pull out plush and be like, hey, who wants this one? Run it. Who wants this one? Run it. And it's been kind of fun because I get to dig, and I only get the ones that people buy, so I don't have to guess in an area that I have no expertise in.
So are you gathering up a bunch of plush, but you have it to where you have like the wall that's already there, right?
It's already there. I don't have to gather too much.
Guys, that's pretty good.
It's pretty sweet.
See, mine just throws like everything with everything,
Right.
So,
most of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you pull out this really great plush, and it's covered in like Spanish moss because there's dry flowers in there too.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Well,
have you been making money? Like, I know, like $3. Like, what are you starting your plush at?
The first time I did it, I started everything at $1 just because I wanted to see whether or not this was even going to go, because why waste more time if it's not going to, and I think I went on for like an hour and 45 minutes, and that was fun, but I was selling them for $1. And then this time I did it based on weight, knowing what I was going to have to pay for it. And then, I'm making money on it, but it was hard for me I got to get a rhythm down or a system down yet. I don't have that in place, but it's been fun. If I haven't said it before, it's been fun.
What do you think that system is?
Well, I don't know yet. I know that a lot of people use that blue tape, but I have these little stickers, and I was using the stickers and they work fine. I think I'm going to try the blue tape though, but I don't know. I think it would be great if I had a dust-in that would help me whenever I was doing it at the same time.
Well, you had your mom. Your mom came with you that one time, and she just abandoned you.
I don't think she knew she was supposed to. I kept
saying,
"Oh,
gotcha."
I asked her the night before. I was like, "Hey, maybe you can come and you can kind of help me." But I think she was like, "Oh, help you dig?" I think is what she thought.
That's the fun part.
Right. Yeah. I need somebody to pull open the size and run it while I'm digging, because I'm holding the phone, and then I'm over here, and then and I'm trying to run it, and then I dig some more, and then I come back, and then I got to label it, and then I'm trying to dodge people that are that are in the bins. And that was the most interesting part yesterday, because I kept having these people that everywhere I went, they were there. So I couldn't like get around them. And they're like, "Are you going to dig in there? Oh, sorry. Hang on, guys, just a second while I move all my carts so that somebody can get around me and look in the same bin where I was just at."
Right.
Like, I've already sorted like a bunch of these bins and put like some good stuff in this bin. And then she like pushed me out of the way so that she could go through that bin. I was like,
oh man,
gosh. But I don't want to say anything because I don't want to get thrown out either. So not that I think that they would, but anyway.
I think that concept is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Because you're not buying anything that you don't know that is selling.
Right.
Which is so great. And then especially now that you figured out to start it a little bit more. So even if it sells for $3, with the fees and everything going away, you're still making a little bit, but you know that you bought it and you're making a profit.
Yeah.
So I think
And
that's great.
I'm just guessing on the weight, but we've been doing this for a while. You kind of guess about the right. So it's pretty close. I've been pretty close on almost all of them.
So I know that from your first time doing it till now, now you have it separated into weight categories.
Yes.
And so when you're selling it, how are you
guessing?
Are you putting like M for medium and then the number 1, or what are you putting on the tag?
Numbers. Yes, I started out doing numbers. The first one, I was like, okay, this is the first one I sold. So bam, this is the second one I sold. That's the sticker. And that worked. And I went back and rewatched my show to make sure that I had it on, like, that I didn't miss a number. But then I was like, I'll just write down their name, which worked out fine so far. But my stickers didn't stick on the tush tags. And I'm trying to put the stickers on a tush tag where it doesn't damage the plush. But I don't think it's any different than the blue tape. The stickers aren't that sticky.
Yeah, I don't think it's just has, well, at least with the blue tape, you can like wrap it around the hand or wrap it around something to where it doesn't fall off. But you still have I
had a couple stickers fall off yesterday, so
fiddle around and do it.
Then I've got the stickers like on my arm so I don't lose them, and then they kept unraveling, and then I kept stepping on them, and then they kept getting stuck like in the bin and stuff. So I was trying to like not be super noticeable about how I've got it all wrapped around my arm. I don't know. It was trippy, a little bit trippy.
So what did you pick up that you didn't put on Whatnot? Did you pick up like anything else?
I picked up some flannels because I do a pop-up in October that I only sell flannels, boots, and denim jackets at. That's it.
Junk Stock, right?
At Junk Stock in Omaha.
Yeah.
And it's 2 weekends. That's it. And then I'm looking on the floor because I literally brought it inside and dumped it on the floor. I think I picked up a hat. And then I think just a hat. I don't think I picked up anything else. I can't remember anything else that I picked up.
I do that too, though. Like, I'll come and like, oh, what'd you get? And like, I go garage sale. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, Nicole asks me that all the time. I don't know.
I got to check my bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. They say, what's the best thing you found? And you're like, I think it was this hat. But then later you'll go through it and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that it was that thing. Yeah, I forgot.
All the time.
I have a question.
Your death pal is probably like that too. All those great things that you forget you've got that are in that death pal, just if you could get to the bottom of that. How many times do you get to the bottom of it and you're like, and it sold overnight for like $200?
You're like, why didn't I list it sooner?
Why didn't I list it sooner? Because you were waiting for that buyer. The timing was not there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Waiting for a Joe to come along.
Right.
Overnight.
Why do people want plush? I don't get it. Like,
great question.
I'm not, and I'm like, okay, I have a 21-year-old now, but still, what?
But she makes plush.
She
this
does.
Is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite.
That's so.
Is that not perfect? I gotta glue the sunglasses on this.
She made that for you?
She made this.
That's amazing.
In like about 6 hours or so.
Wow.
Where did she get the glasses?
I searched around like Target and Walmart looking for some doll that had glasses or something, or like accessories for dolls, and I found one that has.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
but we need to have Anna on the podcast because I think that would be amazing. Just her talking about her whole business model, like crocheting. She's like a superstar.
She's got a market this Saturday, and then a friend of ours opened a chocolate shop in our town. And she was like, hey, will you make a bunch? I'll just buy it in a bulk, set my own prices. And she finally, that was like months ago. Now she finally reached out today and she was like, hey, shop's finally open. Do you want to still do this? And she's like, let me get through this.
The
market thing on Saturday first, and I'll see what I have left. And I'll mass produce a bunch more. And
I know she's like huge.
She's recording right now. I hear her in the other room recording for her YouTube right now. So
Yeah, I knew she was like huge social media too. She's got like a huge Instagram presence.
What's her YouTube and Instagram?
It's both miss.a.crochet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
shout out to Anna.
She gets offers all the time. It's amazing the stuff that
she's talented though, because I mean I've seen people that do stuff like so. Okay, yesterday I picked up this at the bins. Right. This is cute. This is okay. A little bit creepy like yours, but this is not the same as this.
No.
It's not the same.
Right.
This is so like modern and cute, and it's just fun. She's got such a great talent. She's so good at that.
And she's like a renowned violinist.
She just got done playing in the pit at the a neighboring town community play or whatever that she did last weekend and then the weekend before that. So
I thought you were gonna say like a pit in the metal at a metal show. Like that when you said
in the
that,
pit,
like,
she doesn't want to hurt people, so she.
Brendan, do you have any hidden talents that we need to know about? Are you like a world-renowned piccolo player or anything like that?
Not really. I just sell trash to people online. That's pretty much it.
He's got a knack for picking up trash.
Yeah, that's pretty much that's it.
What about you, Ray?
No.
I
don't have any talents. Just myself, I guess.
You can't like bake or something?
Dude, I'm a terrible. I wouldn't say I'm a terrible cook. I just don't like to cook. And my wife's a way better cook, so why would I cook?
That's how I feel.
You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, I am a good like painter and drawer.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did go to school for that. Hey, I can draw a naked woman like it's going out of style.
From memory, huh?
Yeah. Dude, so funny story. So, going into, being in school and taking art classes, one of the things that you have to do is you have to take a figure drawing class. And going in, like, our kids are our kids, right? I didn't know that people wanted to actually, like, for a career, I would say 90% of my classmates wanted to draw for comic books. Like, they knew all the companies, like like in their spare time, they would create all these stories and, like have their own characters and stuff like that. And they had like their own online community where you can post your stories and people could like, that's what they wanted to do, is draw for comic books. Mm-hmm. So one of the things, a lot of them didn't know like certain proportions, like muscle structures and skeletal structures and things that the way the human body when it moves and all that stuff. So you have to take these figure drawing classes, figure studies. And so of course, just like you see in the movies and stuff like that, you're in a room with naked people and you have to draw them. And so a lot of these kids that want to draw anime and they want to do comic books, most of them have never seen a naked person before, yet alone like another naked man, because that's just really weird. Like, a woman's one thing, but seeing a naked man is a completely different story, right? So the first day of class, you're like, this is so weird. And in the beginning, we do gesture drawing. So you take 10 seconds, 15 seconds to draw the figure as fast as you can, and they're moving, they're grooving, things are flopping. It's wild. It's wild. The teacher puts them in certain positions that you feel uncomfortable with, and it's crazy. But needless to say, the one person that would consistently be there in class, her name was Ingrid. Shout out to Ingrid. Ingrid was probably at the time late 60s. Ingrid. And whenever we would go to like a field trip, she would come along with us. And we're like, the weirdest thing, because it's like you're trying to have this conversation with the person that you consistently see their bits like all the time, and you're drawing, She
wasn't a student. She was
the model. Ingrid was the model.
Okay.
So Ingrid would go to all these field trips with us, clothed, but It was weird. It was just weird. And the weirdest thing about the figure drawing class is when you get better, you go to the next level. Figure drawing class number, the next one, right?
Yeah.
The next, exactly. So, and then the weirdest thing is that we do, I can't even remember what you call it. So when we get done with the project or whatever, we all have to put our art on the wall and we all have to like criticize it and like, what's good about this? What's good about that? Dude, that is so hard because your ego is like crushed, right? Mm-hmm. But the weird thing about it is that the models there listening to us critique our work or our classmates' work, and it's always like, well, the role needed to be more like heavy, or it needed to be more.
You have to talk about the roles. Oh,
yeah, because it's like, or the like the shading, or her body usually does this or does that, and we're talking about her body, but like in front of her, like criticizing both her and the work. But
yeah, that's tough. It's
tough.
I didn't ever have to take that kind of a class. I took a pottery class that I always wanted to take. I loved it. I have so much fun with it. And then I would get so frustrated because it wouldn't do what I wanted it to do. And it was like, trying to, you got to get that, you got to pull it anyway. So the
working with clay is hard.
It's so hard, but it was so fun. It's so rewarding. I love it so much. The first couple of times I just couldn't get it to go. And the teacher came over and sat down next to me and, told me to slow down. And I was like, yeah, but I want to. And she says, maybe you're not here to learn pottery. Maybe you're here to learn patience. And I was like,
ooh.
That was, yeah,
completely changed the way I was looking at things. And I love that sometimes you don't realize too, I'm sure didn't realize the impact that sentence had on me. I mean, this has been 12 years ago. I think about that all the time.
Wow.
So one little
Do you feel like you're an impatient person?
No, I didn't feel like I was an impatient person. I felt like I needed to hurry and get it done because we were moving on to the next thing. I want to stay on task with everybody else. And I like to, whenever you're a volleyball coach, you have this much time to teach these people how to do this much stuff. So I felt like I needed to stay within the parameters of our time slot. And she's like, don't stress. You just do it when you do it. It's not like you're getting ready for state. You're just it's just clay. And I was like, I don't know what to think about this.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ray,
next level.
Ray, that's why I said to put her as the coach for Flip You.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
I created Kristin. I created a there's the new NCAA football video game. So I created a reseller school. It's called Flip You. The mascot is the Yetis. And we were thinking about a coach.
Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, I can be a coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wear my khaki pants and my polo. It'll be perfect.
But I don't think there's an option for women. I got to look at it, but we'll see. Right?
Why not?
I don't know. The game. It's the game. I don't know. But Brendan, you did have 2 picks last game.
There we go. About time.
Yeah.
About time. Get my stats up.
So I need to start recording me playing and monetize it. But I don't want to put it on this channel. Just need to put it on a different channel, I guess.
Who do you think? I know you probably can't pick it, but who do you think? Like, what reseller you think would be the mascot? Like in the mascot suit?
Joe.
Well, he's already on the team.
I'm playing fullback. I can't.
He can do both. He on defense. He can just kind of like be the mascot.
Fine, I'll do that too.
You can just play defense in the mascot suit.
Yes,
that works.
In the mascot suit. I forgot to bring this up, but Kristin, you were talking about
great mascot.
Yeah. Who? Kristin?
Archie.
Biscuit butt.
Yeah.
I forgot to put him on the team.
Yeah.
I gotta put him somewhere on there.
He's a water boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He's the biscuit boy.
Yeah.
Biscuit boy.
The biscuit boy.
Kristin, you were talking about your you selling on Whatnot, and
I saw you put out a new video.
I put out a video.
Great.
So step by step, best way to list on Whatnot, and it's exactly what you did by weight, and then how to make sure to write it down and all that stuff. So that's on there. So guys, come over at Nashville Flippers, check out list items fast on Whatnot step by step tutorial. That's the name of the video. Shout out to AI for suggesting the title. So
just came out today.
Hopefully it does well. So we'll see.
What are you up to? How many views are you up to so far?
What's that?
How many views are you up to so far on it?
26. That's all right. I don't get Kristin level kind of views, but
nobody does.
Nobody does. My goal, I think I told the boys this, Kristin. I want to be able to catch up to you as soon as possible on YouTube.
On views or on subscribers?
Subscribers.
Oh, I hope you way past me. I hope you do.
But you're my benchmark because you're so far ahead of me. I'm like, if I can get there or get close to there,
just did.
That's my motivation.
Go over 12,000 just like yesterday.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Nice. I'm so excited. So
Brendan and I are gonna get Ray there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we're gonna demand a hefty raise after that because
got that right.
I just like you, Kristin. I just need to my mind thought process is very goal oriented, and so if I shoot for a goal or like a retainable goal, it makes me do certain things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Instead of just willy nilly in it. Like my goal right now in life is for the past 3 weeks, because I want to be able to at least work out in the morning and run and do all that stuff.
Yep.
But I wanted to do a little baby step because I haven't been doing it. So before I do anything else, I walk or run a mile, and I've been doing that for 3 weeks straight. And so that will eventually evolve into picking up the weights and just doing things slowly but surely.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's really hard to do. When you somebody said that, do you have time for it or do you prioritize it? So
exactly.
I stress about getting out here so I can get my shipping done. I need to hurry up and get so now I've reprogrammed my brain also to be okay, I can't do anything until after. So I do yoga in the morning, and then I walk the dog, and now I can ship. But I feel like I'm hurrying to get that stuff done because I want to come out here and get my shipping done. I want to be I enjoy my job. So I need to be better I procrastinate doing the videos right now. I think I want to do something different with my What Sold videos. I'm ready for something to evolve, but I don't know what that is yet. So I've got all this footage since I've been in the net house, and I haven't put a video together about it. So
maybe you need to sit in front of the clay and get your mind to
right. That's probably it. I feel like sometimes that was always my stress reliever. Like when my kids were little and stuff, and I had 4 kids, so there was constantly something going on. So if there was
jumping off the dresser into a beanbag chair?
No, not my kids. But sometimes I just feel like I needed, when I had a break, some people go sit in a corner and read a book, or maybe they bake something or they take a nap. I wanted to go create something. I would get crafty or I had to make something that made me feel happy about things. That was, or some people go run. That was what I did. I want to maybe I need to get back to that so that I can get motivated again. Maybe.
Wouldn't you creating YouTube videos, wouldn't that be your creativeness?
That doesn't feel like creating to me.
Isn't
that weird?
What does it feel like?
It feels more like storytelling than it does which doesn't feel I don't know. It doesn't feel as artsy to me. Some people, that's art.
Yeah.
When you make a video and you put all of this little editing stuff in there, I don't know how to do that. So maybe if I, could play with that differently, it would be more fun. I don't know. I don't know.
I watched there was a TikTok guy that I follow, and he did clearly he's like a film creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he did a video like for a year straight, and all of his stuff is so good, and he teaches you to like plan it out, like storyboard it and stuff
I
like
don't
that.
plan
But like,
anything out like
dude,
that.
and
don't either.
I don't do either, but I feel like if I just took an extra 10 minutes
Yeah.
and planned out the video, it would be so much better. But it's like you said, I have to prioritize that information and like camera angles and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I do try to change that up, and that makes me feel better. But I don't. A lot of them, because I'm traveling, it's just here's the new bins. This is what this bins looks like. Does it meet these and this is what I found. So I want you to see the bins, because a lot of times there's not the Nashville one, for whatever reason, it has exploded. It's my best video right now.
It's because you can't film in there.
I didn't know that until somebody who told me, walked up and told me that.
I've never had them say to me, you can't film in here. And
That's
there's no
good.
signs that say you can't film in here.
So that's I'm looking at your videos right now, and yeah, that's like your second best performing video.
Yeah. And it was like slow to take off, and then it went nuts. So but maybe it was a good thumbnail. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Why do some of them take off and some of them don't? My second best video is one about how to authenticate a bag. And when I first put it out, like all of the reseller community was like, good try. Nah, I don't like it. Now it's
snap.
Yeah, it was terrible. Everybody was like, hey, you're saying the word wrong, or, it's not really opaque, and you don't say Longchamps right. And
yikes.
Yeah, they were funny about it. And I was like, well, it's out there. I'll just leave it out there. And now it does really good. I get a lot of views on it right now. And it's just crazy.
I need to, and I know we're doing a lot of talking a lot of like content creation talk right now. And that's kind of like one of my pet peeves not to talk about. But I need to find like me in general, like for me, I need to find a way to get more women to watch my videos.
See, I need to get more guys to watch my videos, but there's not a lot of guys that are like, hey, how do I authenticate a Longchamps bag?
That's true.
So, yeah, I think that this is the crossover in situations like this, though, is good, because when you have more girls that are on your shows, then they are more familiar with you then. Mm-hmm. But when you guys talk about things that aren't interesting to me, then I tune out. So wrestling, video games, Pokemon cards, I don't know anything about that stuff. I don't want to. This is not my thing.
What would you say that the top 3 things that you're the most knowledgeable about?
You mean as far as what I resell?
Yeah. Like if I had a Rolodex and I'm looking through it, and Kristin a Rule Squirrel is under the, like things that I know I can call Kristin about these things, what are the top 3 things?
I think they're things that you're going to be like, what?
Yeah. I want to know. Like, what do you think?
I feel like it would be quilts.
For sure.
You're the great. I don't know anything about quilts.
I love.
Are all the quilts the same?
Yeah, totally all the same.
No, I'm serious. Like, what are the differences in the quilts?
There's different patterns, and there's different fabrics, and there's different fill, and there's different stitch like techniques, and there's different ages, and there's just a lot of things that I look for that, like my Aunt Sherry, if she finds a quilt, she'll be like, hey, I got you a whole bunch of quilts at the yard sale. And I'll be like, those are really pretty. But they've all got like manufacturer's tags on them. I don't want those. I want them to be, she's like, yeah, but they're hand stitched. Well, yeah, but they're manufacturer tags. So I want them hand stitched by the quilting bee at your local church. That's the ones that I want, or that were made by great grandma. Those kind of quilts.
Are the manufactured ones and grandma quilts, what are the price differences? Are they pretty significant between the Like the difference between the both?
Depends on the age, because sometimes, if it's older, like mid-century and before, if they're manufactured, if it was like the 50s, 60s and they were manufactured, it's different than if it was manufactured in the 90s or the 2000s. They use different materials and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
you know how they used to say they don't make things like they used to. I think that is true for everything, whether it's electronics or clothes. Or
definitely don't make Joes like they used to. I'll tell you.
That's right.
They never will again. Never will again.
Yeah. What other kind?
What do you think? So, what are something else? The next two.
I would say women's clothes, because I've sent you pictures of stuff that I'm like, what? I don't even know.
Yeah. And isn't that funny? Because I don't always consider myself a clothing reseller, but I sell a lot of clothes. So, but I don't have knowledge about clothes like Trash Pandas. Those people know their stuff. Or the Hustle Couple. Those people are next level, know their things. I sell it and I have it because I have access to it and it's cheap. So I buy it. But I like that stuff that we found whenever I was with you in Minneapolis at your bins, Joe.
Yeah.
I had to look all that stuff up. I didn't know any of that. So I just look it up. If it feels good, I just go by feel. That's why I don't wear gloves in the bins and stuff.
I don't either. A lot of people do. Like at mine, a lot of people have gloves on. I'm like, I want to get all the way at the bottom.
I want to get in it.
Yeah. Get in there, Joe.
Shoes too. I love digging through the shoes. But probably baskets.
Baskets.
Yeah. But you don't find those as much. So
quilts, baskets, and
probably clothes.
Clothes. Okay.
Probably clothes, but I'm not nearly as good as there are so many people that are so much better than me. Thriftadactyl, Carried Away, Trash Pandas.
Thriftadactyl?
I
don't know who that is, but that's an amazing name.
I know, isn't that such a great name? She's so cool. Yeah, So Good Resale. She's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, there's so many great clothing resellers that I'm just trying to glean any bit of information from any of those people that I can whenever I'm using.
Brendan, what would you say are your top three knowledgeable?
Oh man,
Joe, I'm going to ask you the same question. So,
yeah, I know. I'm thinking.
Not really any order, but I would say probably electronics, media, and probably hats.
Hats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like hats, I mean, like I know there's probably more that, of course there's more that I don't know, but like I've gotten pretty good with like identifying like when it's vintage, when it's like when I wouldn't wear something, So like especially in the last year, but like electronics, I've always liked electronics like my whole life. So like when I find like stuff I know is gonna sell, like I just know, like I see it and I know.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good item right there.
Yeah.
So
you guys all three do electronics really well.
I'm kind of not trying to do as much. I hate testing them to make sure the stuff works.
See, I like that. That's like one of my favorite parts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get them so cheap though, Joe.
Yeah.
What's that?
You get them so cheap.
Yes, I do.
It's worth a test.
Right. And I have a reseller buddy that likes them. So, he'll be like, pick them up. I'll give you $10 for each one.
Yeah.
And if I'm picking them up for $1.50, if I find it at the bins or at a garage sale, I'm like, all right, well, I made some money.
That reminds me of a story I have, Joe. There's a place here in Nashville called The Great Escape. And it's like a comic book store / record store / like collectible store. And so you can like bring in your stuff and they give you money or credit and they can buy stuff in the store, right? So they have like video games and just like a nerd's paradise, right? So I would go in there and a lot of the times they would have like these broken consoles that just wouldn't work. And they were like dirt cheap. I mean, I could pick like a PlayStation 2 up for like $5, but it's broken, right? But on eBay, you can sell a broken PS2 for, I don't know, let's say like 20 something bucks. I would still like you still make a little bit of a profit. And so I noticed that this guy was consistently buying these like the same guy would buy them all the time because you see the shipping label and all that time. Finally, I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing with these broken consoles?" And he's like, "Well, I break them down even further and then I sell the parts on eBay."
Mhm.
So he's taking the broken consoles, breaking them down even further, taking the drives or the logos or whatever it is, and then selling them on there, and then like video game shops or whatever will buy them and then put them on something that is missing. So with that being said, I'm like, well, I have this, I can get them for this price. If you just let me know when I get a bunch of them, I'll just sell them to you straight up. So we had that relationship for like probably like a year, and then the place just quit like buying broken consoles.
I got a guy like that on Mercari that anytime I get a VCR or like VCR DVD combo, he buys it like right away. Even if it's working or not working, like I don't know if he has a store or something like that. I think it is because it's like a business address, but like he buys all my VCRs. So I'm happy. Whatever you can do, whatever you want with it. I'm making my money.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you guys have ever sold?
Oh man, that's the thing.
Dang.
I mean, I know that we run across a lot of weird stuff. We talk about it, but what's the weirdest thing you've actually ever sold?
I mean, that Pillsbury Doughboy had a few weeks
Yeah.
ago.
There you go. Yeah.
You sold it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sold it.
Sold.
She doesn't know that you sold it. This will be.
Oh yeah.
We talked about it last week.
We talked about it last
Right,
week.
but I thought maybe I told us in the Marco Polo or something. Yeah, I sold him.
Wow.
So I had him listed for $299. Somebody sent me an offer for $199, and I just was like, and Nicole's like, "You're not taking it?" I'm like, "I will," but then and so I took it, and then once it's sold, I'm like looking, it doesn't say anything for shipping price, and I'm like, hopefully I didn't mark this as free shipping.
Yeah.
And then finally they paid. And they paid $160 to ship to California.
It's nuts. That's so. Dude, like, what do you possibly think they're gonna do with that thing and like put it on display?
Well,
it's gotta be a display item.
Brennan, so I didn't tell you. So I messaged her, and I go, "Are you a big collector? Because I got other Pillsbury." She's like, "I just love that little doughboy." And she put in the feedback. She's like, "Absolutely love this thing. It's sitting in my collection."
So she has a collection.
That's why you should tell her, man. Like, I got plenty more where that came from.
I then you just send her picture Polaroids of you.
Yeah. I don't know about the weirdest thing I've ever sold, but like I'm looking at my past like 90 days, and like I sold these discontinued lotions, like a Vino, and I paid like $1 each, and somebody bought all 6, and they paid for all 6 they paid $246.
Wow.
Plus shipping.
Is that the one you did in the video from the estate sale? Yeah.
When you texted me? Yeah.
I saw that
Trying to be all thrift to travel.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think the most recent thing that comes to mind, my weirdest thing was shout out to Jack's Treasures, Brian and Tracy. So something that they do on Whatnot is they started to buy shirts off of people's backs during the auctions, right? So they'll be like, run your shirt that you're wearing, run the shirt, da 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 da. So this will be coming out in my video, the next video that I put out. So I was wearing just like a red dry fit shirt that I got from Walmart that I was doing the auction. And he's like, run your shirt, Ray, run your shirt. I'm like, all right, I'll run it. I got like what, $6 into this shirt, whatever. So it's running, and this shirt's up to like $20, $22. So like you had like 3 different people like bidding against it. The shirt sold for $27 to a random person that I don't know, first time buyer that has never bought anything before, has never bought anything since. And I just thought it was weird. $27. Brian didn't even buy it.
So did you
wash
it before you shipped it though?
Yes, I did.
No, come on. You got to leave.
I did. That's weird.
Sweat in it.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Okay, so I've sold dentures before. I've sold dryer lint before.
Dryer lint?
What does that look like?
And then I
I know what dryer like
a big ball.
I'm just saying, like.
And then I've sold my husband's socks. I did this years and years ago. You could still sell pre-owned socks. And so this same guy kept buying the pre-owned socks. I was like, hey, this is great. So I would wrap them up in a paper sack, and then I would just wrap tape around it, and that's how I shipped them. It was because we didn't have poly bags. Sack? Yeah, I didn't have poly bags. So, I mean, I'm not kidding. This was probably in 2013. So I open up the sack, wrap it up backwards, and then put tape all the way around it, and then I'd send out this. That was how I shipped my pre-owned socks. So the guy messaged and wanted to know if I could sell him. Don't wash them. Just send me the dirty socks. And I was like,
ooh, that's so weird.
Block.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not going to send you the other. I'm not going to send you.
Do you think that he thought they were your socks?
No, I mean, I don't think it was 2013. He didn't know anything about if I was.
No, I get that.
Right.
But,
he didn't know if I was a guy or a girl. Did he think they were coming
from a woman's socks?
No, I don't think he knew whether or not I was a guy or a girl, because my name has always been, Real Squirrel. So you don't know if it's a guy or a girl. But whenever he asked that, and I knew it was a he because of his name, and I was like, no, because what if you're going to leave him at like crime scenes or something? I'm not leaving. I'm not dirty socks. So I blocked him and reported him. And maybe that's why you can't sell pre-owned socks on YouTube. Oh, no.
Weird,
anymore.
I had somebody ask, I had some starter shoes from the 90s, and the person asked if they smelled really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, luckily they don't, because I thought, and he's like, oh, I really want them to smell really bad. I don't want to buy.
It's like, well, you
like,
take a dump in them if you want me to,
or something. Yeah.
No, why? I don't know. I didn't. To me, I was like, at first I thought he just, he's getting a good deal on socks or something. But then after he's like, yeah, don't wash them. Oh,
weren't you selling vintage underwear on Whatnot, or weren't you selling vintage something?
She's got a bunch of them.
I've sold underwear on eBay, like little vintage, like 70s lace. They were really pretty. And
Joe's buying those.
I'm going to tell you guys this, but don't repeat it. Don't tell anybody, okay?
All right, yeah. We won't tell anybody.
So when I sold these really pretty undies, like within seconds of putting them up, and I put them on at a ridiculous price, what I thought was ridiculous. I sold them for $89.99. So $90.
Underwear. Women's underwear.
For a pair of vintage, and they were really pretty.
Like granny, what are we talking about? Like granny panties, cheeksters, thongs?
No, they're on the front page of they're on my thumbnail for one of my What Sold videos, because I was like, I can't believe I sold these. It's an older one. I've had it for a while. But I did do like a Google lookup to make sure I wasn't sending them to like some warehouse where somebody's being kept.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Made me nervous, but paid right away, so I sent them.
There you go. Now that I think about it, I remember about a year and a half ago, I picked up. I don't know. I still look up everything, just look it up. But I picked up. It was like 12 packs of this dentine gum from like 1995, and I got it all for $2.
Where did you find something like that though?
In a state sale.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I sold each pack for $20 a piece.
Wow.
And I don't know why. I don't know if they was for like a prop or something like that, but yeah, I made well over $200 on that gum.
Wow.
And I was like, what are you gonna do with it? I hope they not chew it.
Yeah.
It's got to be like you said, like a prop for like a movie during the time, or something.
Yeah.
And they had they had a lot of watchers and stuff and views all the time, and I was like, I don't get it. But I don't get it. I'm not gonna question it. Like, go ahead and buy it, but I don't get it.
Well, that makes me ask you guys a question, because you guys would have maybe a strong opinion about it. If you found like vintage baseball cards that had the gum in them, and you opened it, would you? First of all, would you open it? Secondly, would you chew the gum that was in it?
No,
I would. Just to try it.
Joe, no hesitation.
Just lick it a little bit.
gotta try it. I mean, it might still be good. I'm not saying I'm like chew on it for a while. I might spit it out in a second, but sure,
That's hilarious.
It
That's
probably-
like something a little kid would do. Like you're
Yeah.
opening up those old those old cards, and you're like, "Where did the gum go?
Yeah, yeah.
I swear it was
Is it-
right here." And your little kid's just like chewing off in the corner.
Like struggling to chew it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you chew the gum, or is that like, is it a bad idea to even open the package?
I wouldn't even open it.
I wouldn't
You
open
wouldn't?
it.
No.
Because of the cards that might be in there?
Yeah.
Or what do you?
But how do you know what the
Yeah.
cards that might be in there? How do you know what they are if you don't open it?
Well, now we talked about last week. They got the scanners now where you can
Have you
scan.
heard about this, Kristin?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so let me tell you something. So now there's two different companies, and there's an update on this. There's two different companies that have purchased CT scanners, like for your brain or whatever.
Okay.
And they have manipulated these machines to where they can take a pack of cards and they can see the cards that are inside. And now they have it to where they can look at a box. So it's a business now. So you can send a pack of cards for $70 and they can tell you all the cards that are inside that pack.
I wonder if it's covered under insurance. The CT scan.
What do you mean? Right?
No.
Will this meet my deductible?
You're right.
But
No,
crazy.
I've never heard such. I just want to open them.
Yeah, I mean,
So it makes you wonder what the card company is going to do now to prevent that.
I was gonna say that's gonna mess up the whole game, man.
You get a metal plate now in every pack
Don't
or
they have,
something.
like-
or-
Mylar on some of them. So
Yeah.
will it go through the Mylar?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hmm.
Some
Well,
people are even going to lengths to where you can buy a little device and scan it, scan the little device, scan the pack or whatever, and it tells you if it's been submitted to like radiation. So you know, like if the pack has been scanned or it hasn't been
Oh
scanned.
wow.
oh, wow.
But I was telling Joe and Brendan this a couple weeks ago, Kristin, vintage Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
you can weigh them,
Mm-hmm.
and by the weight, you know if it's going to be a good card or not a good card because the holographic weighs more than a regular card.
Oh,
the
I do
vintage
remember
ones.
that.
Yeah.
So
when
now they put this code card in the Pokemon packs to offset the weight.
I see.
But the vintage ones, they don't have them. So you can tell. But when you go to a card show, they tell you this is a heavy pack, this is a light pack.
Yeah.
So the heavy packs are going to cost more than the light packs, but you still don't know which cards are in the heavy packs.
Yeah.
Well, my kids would do that, and then they would do. I don't think I have a pack of cards, but they would take the card and like squeeze it this way. They would squeeze it to see whether or not it had more tension in it. Oh, this is a shiny one, Mom. This is a shiny one. We got to get this one, or a hollow, or whatever they are.
Mhm.
Wow.
So my kids had like tons of Pokemon cards. That was like a thing. That and Pogs. They had lots of those.
Dogs.
Oh,
Tons of them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Classic.
And when we moved from our house that we'd lived in forever, I was like, oh, you guys don't need these anymore. Chucked it like a binder this thick.
oh no.
Chucked it. Had
I
no idea.
I had card like when they first came out. I had all those cards, like all those first edition cards, and like when I got older, I was like, I'll give them to my cousin. I'm like, I'm never gonna,
Yeah.
not those things are worth like thousands of dollars.
I know. My kids are like, Mom, I had that Charizard. I don't know what that means.
Especially if it was first edition
Yeah, it was.
Charizard,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
it
know.
would have been crazy.
I
Crazy,
have
crazy.
no idea. I feel terrible about it, but I did keep the Spice Girls Beanie Babies. At least I
yes.
Priorities.
That's
You know,
right.
that's like one of my favorite girl groups.
Oh,
Spice
love
Girls.
them. Yeah.
Ray, you still got Spice World on VHS?
Heck yeah, dude. That's one of my favorite movies. Spice up your life.
Exactly.
But
I just-
Kristin, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
We
you.
do
Thank you.
appreciate it. We could probably talk for the next 3 hours and not miss
Probably.
it.
Yeah.
We'll pick it up later on Marco Polo.
We'll pick it up later. Now, like when Angie, next time Angie comes along,
Yeah.
we'll have both the Let's Do Lunch girls on here.
No.
So
The thing about us, Kristin, is we don't shut up, so we gotta end it sometime.
we can just keep
Yeah,
talking and
yeah.
talking and talking.
Yeah.
Especially this film.
Yeah, God, yeah. all day long. We get her in a group text. He's blowing us up.
Blowing us up.
Oh my
That's what
God,
Nicole's
yo.
telling us all the time. Yeah. We have a girl chat too.
Okay,
Oh.
there you go.
Wow.
Look at that. Okay.
Exclusive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exclusive.
Wait,
But guys,
Joe's in it, but
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that's
God.
just Spice Girls and Joe. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
that's funny. But Kristin, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you,
It's always
Kristin.
a pleasure when we
Thank you,
have
thank you.
Kristin on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Anything. Guys, if you don't know who Kristin is, Kristin a Real Squirrel, make sure to follow her on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, Friendster, MySpace, YouTube,
Sango.
all of them.
X.
A Real Squirrel. And make sure you follow this guy's Big Time Flips, Brendan. I want to make sure I point at the right direction.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then Joe with I Flip That. Hopefully the game show will be returning in the fall.
We're
That's
all
my
waiting.
hope.
We're all waiting for it, dude. We're all waiting
Yeah.
I know.
It's got to be bigger than
for
ever
it.
when it comes back.
I know. I know. Right?
So, but guys, thank you so much. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And like always, we will catch you on
The flip
Kristin
side.
says
Bye.
the flip side. See y'all and God bless.
Peace.
Peace.